Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Generational Viewpoints and Tea and a Key with Carolyn.
Hey, I'm Nakia.
We want to thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we want to ask y'all to please go ahead, hit the like button as you enter the chat, and please say hello to us in the chat. Tonight, we're going to be talking about married to medicine. Before we get into the review of the episode, we're going to be talking about Mariah and Carlos's interview just for a little bit, and we're also going to be talking about um, Carlos and Heavenly.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I just want to start off by saying I feel like Carlos be making a fool out of Heavenly every week. I feel like every week Heavenly go on the live with this man, and she has to defend her show to Carlos. He is clowning your show and you are defending your show. And he's steadily asking her for more information, about what's going to happen.
Yes, making a fool out of her.
Yeah. And sometimes she give it and she have to get calls from the executives, but when she asks him about what's going on their show, it's crickets. He don't give up that type of information on his show. He goes on a live tour with Melody Holden, sell tickets, to do that type of stuff for his show. So I feel like
He using her.
yeah, he's using Heavenly, and Heavenly, I don't know what she's getting out of this.
Yeah, some of her fans was trying to tell her to stop doing it with Carlos. I've seen it in her comments. So I hope she actually takes that advice because they be arguing on the live and like
Yes,
every time they argue, I'm like,
yes. And I feel like he is just always trying to downplay them or telling them they not good enough without Quad. I feel like that's ridiculous.
yes. And another thing he do is like he'll be like, "Oh, I'm giving this show a voice." Who are you? This show been had a voice.
And he always pretend as if he loves every single person, but when certain people come on there, he act like he love them, but you don't love every single person. That's not true. I just do not feel like that.
Yeah, I don't like how he basically trying to say he put Married to Medicine on by giving them a voice and a platform. Like, who are you?
That's crazy. And if
Have
you
a seat.
guys did you guys watch Mariah and Carlos this morning? Um, I love Mariah, but I feel like this whole episode was about Quad. They talked about Quad for at least like 40 minutes out of the complete hour. Like, you don't got nothing
Right.
to talk about that Quad, Mariah?
And I don't like how he was saying, well, Mariah said Quad need her own show. I'm like, and what we gonna watch?
Well,
Her do?
she said that because she I feel like she wants Mariah. I mean, she wants Quad out for that show. That's why she said that. And she was able to say that in a roundabout way. Like she don't want her on the show, but she still want to see her succeed by saying she need to get a spinoff. But I could see Quad and Melody and like another woman on like the Queen's Court. That'll be
Oh, Queen's Court.
yeah.
I guess. I mean, I definitely would see Melody on Queen's Court, but I'm not a big fan of Quad.
On Queen's Court.
I'm not a fan of Quad. I don't like her.
She don't like to give us nothing. So on this type of show, she can do that. She can just give us nothing. She can give us pretending to date some people.
Yeah.
With all of the shenanigans and all of the gay lingo, she like to do all that type of stuff. So she could do that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you ready to get into the show?
I guess we can get into the show.
Okay. So it kind of starts off, we seeing everybody as they practice in their life. And then it starts off with Toya and Eugene at the flower shop. And, Toya pulls up in her blue Porsche. And I'm just like, this lady, she don't got no type of priorities.
What you mean? What you mean by that?
Because they move every season, renting a house, but you're driving a nice blue Porsche. I wish she was more stable,
Yeah.
But I didn't really enjoy the flower shop scene. You could tell when she was saying, "Oh, I'm so happy Eugene took me here." You could tell that was so fake.
Yeah, I was really waiting on her to start complaining. I thought she was gonna start dogging him out, but she
Yes.
didn't. So I'm glad she didn't do that because at this moment, I'm just like, how much more of Toya complaining can we take? You know, it's
Yeah, you could tell it was so fake. And she is just so tacky.
tech
Tacky Toya.
as in what?
Man, how much do we owe you? And then the arrangement they made, it was so ugly.
Yeah, I thought it was ugly. I thought it was ugly too. We are
Yeah.
terrible.
But one thing I got from that scene is I think Simone might have gotten a Hilton Head idea from Toya because they did a flashback to where Toya said that her and Eugene went to South Carolina for her birthday last season. So I think that's where Simone got the idea to go to Hilton Head from
Okay,
Toya.
okay. Well, I didn't. My note started with Heavenly dressed as Phaedra.
Yeah, that's the next scene. Well, first of all, her dress was too small.
And it looked like a carbon copy of Phaedra. Like that looked like a dress that Phaedra has worn already, or it's already in her closet. And it looks like Heavenly snatched the wig out of the closet too with the dress. The dress was too small and it does not fit. Clothes normally speaks about who you are as a person, and I'm sorry that did not fit Heavenly whatsoever.
Why did Dr. Damon let her walk out the house like that?
I don't know. Do you think he saw her? Did they arrive together? I don't know. I don't even think they arrived together.
It looked like they did.
I just think it was wrong to the bone.
But Phaedra comes in her leopard dress and she's like, I'm single and ready to mingle.
Phaedra was cute, yes.
Phaedra is, she want her a young man. What is wrong with Phaedra? She's a cougar.
She been a cougar. She probably
Okay.
was born a cougar. She was born a cougar.
Yeah, because one man he came up to her and talked to her, and Toya was like, Phaedra, is that your type? And I'm like, Toya, why would you say that in that man face? I mean, you could ask her that when he walk away, but
Right.
she gonna say it right in his face. She is just, that's what I mean when I say Toya is tacky and rude.
You resurrected Mariah's nickname, Tacky Toya. Because that's
Yes.
what Mariah used to call her back in the day.
I just can barely even watch Toya anymore. She is so uncouth.
Okay, yeah, the man was saying he wanted to play on Phaedra's bongos, and Phaedra said you're gonna have to make it rain before you can do that.
That was hilarious. I mean, can you blame her?
No, I cannot blame her.
Can you blame her? Because that was out of line and disrespectful for that man to say that.
Yeah.
When you just now meeting somebody, that is, who are you talking to, first of all?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad she said, let me go on to these young boys over here, these young doctors.
Okay, so on the other side of the room, they start talking about the Hilton Head trip. And,
wait. Dr. Damon said, you missed the whole auctioning off of Phaedra. Dr. Damon says Heavenly is his piece. Well, I wish she was peaceful to everybody else.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
I'm like, she your piece. Well, I wish I could see that. That's hard to believe, sir. Heavenly is your piece. And she was just smiling.
Yeah, he was kind of giving her flowers while he gave his speech or whatever.
Yeah. And so after that, that's when she was like, I'm gonna put on my other hat and we're gonna find Phaedra a man. And that was hilarious. I didn't like how Toya and Simone was like, oh, Phaedra's not a prostitute. Toya's like, oh, they're auctioning her off. I'm like, Toya just want attention on her.
Yeah. Toya doesn't have a storyline this season because Quad isn't there. And she took the kids to the dentist last week. So she has nothing going on.
Every year her storyline is to demean her husband. So
every single year. And it's gotten old.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely honest.
It's very old at this point. I can barely even look at Dr. Eugene. So, and I don't like how Dr. Simone said that either. Like, I'm feeling like Dr. Simone is really up Toya, but you know, I'm starting to really feel like that.
Dr. Simone likes to feel like she feels like she's helping Toya. So that's her pet project. Toya and Eugene is her pet project. That's the only reason why she over there with Toya. This is crazy.
But you know who put Toya in her place?
Who?
Dr. Alicia.
I didn't notice.
Politely. So Toya was like, "Oh, your man, he must be a misogynist. Basically, he need a real woman around, a real independent woman around to show him, because he don't like American women, that we free and independent." And Dr. Alicia was like, "I respect my king." Dr. Alicia said, "I respect my king." I know that's right, because Toya showed don't respect hers.
Wow. And, what was Toya's reply?
No, Dr. Alicia said that in the
confessional.
In person, Toya was like, "Oh, your man, he seemed like he's hard to take care of." And Dr. Alicia said, "And so are you."
Mm-hmm.
And so are you, Toya. Like, who does she think she is?
That's right.
Who do?
Girl. And relationship opposites attract, so
that's true. Because Dr. Alicia, I feel like she know what's up with her man, because she said last episode that he's not a man because she had to get the hammer out. So I feel like she puts him in check behind the scenes. Yeah. But she's not gonna disrespect him in front of the world like Toya do.
Well, I don't know. She might do that. We don't know that because we ain't seen the woman say too many words this season. So that is yet to be seen. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but just from what I see, I feel like that might be the case. So yeah, now on to Hilton Head.
Okay. This lady announces the trip, and Dr. Jackie mouth immediately drops, and Dr. Heavenly immediately goes into pit bull mode. And Jackie and Simone are really truly best friends, because if I was planning a trip, that's going to immediately come in my head. That's my best friend. That's where my best friend husband cheated on her at. We're not going there.
Yeah, how could you forget something like that?
Yeah, it's very strange to me. And she said she forgot. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you could forget something so traumatic to Jackie. That just lets me know that her and Jackie really aren't as close as they used to be,
Yeah. And Dr. Jackie couldn't even get a word in before Dr. Heavenly started going off. And I'm just like, dang, Dr. Jackie got a mouth. She a grown woman. Let her speak for herself, because really she didn't seem that bothered by it to speak up, No,
her mouth dropped open when she said it, and her facial expression changed. But I think she probably would have spoke to Simone privately about it. But y'all know how Dr. Heavenly is. She is gonna always, be foolish.
Yeah.
So Dr. Jackie goes home and she talks to Curtis, and Curtis says he doesn't want to go on the trip. He said he had to go to Dominican Republic.
I mean, I don't blame him because it feels like a setup, honestly.
But why you in Dominican Republic all of the time?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, especially with his track record. It just don't look right. And who finna let their husband keep going to the DR by himself, with his track record? Mm-hmm. It don't look right to me.
Me either. I understand you're doing business there, but you're gonna have to wait on me to come too.
But Dr. Jackie was acting like she really wanted to go on the trip, though.
Yeah, she's really. I think it's Curtis is scared of being shook. He don't want somebody to come shake the table, and Dr. Jackie is thinking that Toya gonna shake the table, when in reality it's going to be Sweet Tea that shakes the table on them. And I don't know if Sweet Tea is barking up the right tree or the wrong tree, because I don't know that Dr. Jackie has done enough to Sweet Tea for her
Right.
to warrant, this from her. So
Exactly. They say Sweet Tea is taking her anger out on Heavenly. And I'm like,
I mean, Dr. Jackie?
Yeah. What Sweet Tea doing to Dr. Jackie is making me not like her. Because Jackie ain't did nothing to you. And we done already had a whole season of Dr. Jackie and Curtis discussing their marital issues. Right. So it's no need to go back down that road again.
But at the same time, what do you think about them going to South Carolina, not changing the plans, and they know this is upsetting Jackie?
It's malicious. It's
really?
Malicious. If Jackie is like saying that she's a little bit uncomfortable because she did say, let's go to Myrtle Beach instead, and Simone is still refusing to change the location, then it's malicious. Clearly, you don't consider your best friend's feelings,
Jesus, what about production? Because production has to go in and set up all the scenes, all the locations. Do you feel like it may have just been too late to change it?
I don't know. She said it was already booked, but Dr. Heavenly said we could easily change the location. So I don't believe Dr. Heavenly be lying. So I believe Heavenly on this one.
She be lying sometime, but we're going to just believe her on this one. How about that? Well, listen, Hilton Head is a beautiful place. I went there for an anniversary trip, and you go there for rest and relaxation. It's a beautiful little island. So I feel like they should go and try to make the most of it.
But my thing is, when Heavenly was auctioning Phaedra off, she was like, come on, baby, to one of the men. And the men said, I'm married. And then they showed Dr. Curtis. I mean, not doctor. They showed Curtis laughing, like, because he was like, oh, I'm married. Dr. Heaven was like, it's all right. We'll get you later. And then Curtis started laughing. And I'm like, you do not need to be the one laughing at that.
It's funny because I was here so bad. I was seeing her tell me to get away from her. I can see her say that because at the party she gonna tell Cecil's brother to get back because he married. So I didn't see that part.
Yes. So moving on to the
party.
Yeah, the party.
$70,000, like it's nothing. Okay.
That's crazy, huh? That's all that money Apollo scammed.
Girl, shut up. That money Apollo all that money to strippers, girl.
I'm just playing. We know Phaedra got jobs.
Okay.
We know Phaedra got jobs, honey.
Okay, so Heavenly pulled up to the party, and this lady is so, like, she had on blue jeans and like an old lady blouse. Like, Dr. Heavenly really be tripping.
That's why Phaedra tried to dress her.
Not be caring, like, lady. And the jeans look so old. They look like they was from the year 1999. But Dr. Greg, they was like, oh, all your kids grown, your nest is empty. And she was like, I'm so glad all them MFs gone. And
yes, that was hilarious. Even Dr. Simone and Cecil had me laughing, talking about, I'm so glad we're done with that part. Yeah. I don't want to see another clown or another superhero. That's
but they were just crying that Alara left. Like, they was just in tears. And now she's so glad they gone.
Ooh, I can't wait to get to that stage.
It started.
I know.
Okay, so Dwight announced Aiden at the party, and Apollo is nowhere in sight. And Toya has something to say about Apollo not being there. And I don't know, that's weird. What you think? What you think about Apollo not being there?
Tacky Toya once again. I think Phaedra gonna get her in check.
And I think it'll be easy for her to do.
Oh, very easy.
And I feel like it's warranted at this moment.
It is very much so. And then she said it in front of her kids.
In front of the kids? In front of
Yes,
her kids.
in front of her kids.
Yeah.
But just imagine your kids playing with her kids and then they, bring that up. That's so inappropriate.
Toya been capping on Phaedra this whole episode. So when we get I can't wait to see the clapback on it.
Yeah, and Toya, so first of all, you don't say nothing like that in front of kids. And then at the end of the episode, it just really let me know what kind of mother she is when her kids was talking about condoms and vibrators.
That's wild. Yeah.
It is wild. It's
some crazy stuff.
It's so inappropriate. That's not a good look. She is, like I said, she's uncouth, and so are her children. I mean, they get it from her. They're just like their mother.
Next, girl. Next. I don't like to talk about people kids, girl.
Well, okay, I'm not talking about the kids, but I'm like, why are her kids talking about condoms and vibrators?
Cecil's married brother is there with no ring on, and he seems to be intrigued by Phaedra. And Dr. Heavenly had to tell him to get back. Where is your wedding ring? Why don't you have a wedding ring on? And she actually gave him $100 to go get a cheap wedding band to keep on his finger. Talking about he gained weight and his ring won't fit on his finger.
I'm like, that is so ill. Imagine your husband on TV doing that. So embarrassing.
That is so embarrassing. And then he was like, thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me. You helped me out.
Yeah, it was just not a good look. And if Cecil brother acting like that, I'm like, what Cecil act like when Simone not around?
It ain't no telling.
Because birds of a feather flock together.
Okay, Aiden gave a speech about Phaedra's love being overwhelming and always being there for him. He talked about her tough love, and they flashed back to Aiden growing up through the years on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it was just so sweet. And that scene where she was taking him to school for the first day, and he said, I always want you to go wherever I go, mommy. Mm-hmm. Lord, that just make me be about to cry every time, as a mom.
Yeah. It's been such a joy watching her boys. Like, they are so cute, so well-mannered, respectful, articulate, so smart. And then when he was saying how grateful he is, like, that just, oh my God, it warmed my heart.
Yeah.
Toya, take notes.
Okay. So next is Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Simone, and Dr. Jackie. And Dr. Simone is trying to ask Dr. Jackie, are you okay with going on a trip? And she can't even get the words out of her mouth. Dr. Heavenly is trying to finish Dr. Jackie's sentences. She's interrupting, she's screaming, and she's coddling 60-year-old Dr. Jackie as if she's a 9-month-old baby, as if she's some delicate flower who cannot speak for herself. This is a grown woman. This is a doctor. She knows how to speak for herself.
That's Dr. Jackie Goon.
Yes, it's like having a goon. Everywhere you go, a big
bodyguard,
brawn bodyguard. That everybody is scared of. It's like bringing Mr. T everywhere with you. I love it.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. Like, I'm glad Simone called her a bulldog because that's exactly what she is.
A pit bull.
And I didn't like how they were basically competing for Jackie's love and friendship. Oh, I've known her 20 years. Oh, you only known her 5 years. I know stuff you don't know. Oh, I know stuff you don't know. I'm like, this is so childish.
Is it Jesus? Are we trying to get to the kingdom? Like, what is going on, baby? I ain't fighting for nobody's friendship that hard. I'm only fighting for the Lord. I'm only fighting for my soul. This is crazy. And Heavenly makes herself look stupid, over and over and over again doing this.
She really do. So how you feel about Toya calling Myrtle Beach ghetto?
Oh God. I mean, it's kind of true. It's kind of true.
Yeah, I told you that before. Yeah, but to say it on on camera on the show. That's kind of wild.
They always doing stuff like that though.
That was something. But I think Phaedra's party for Aiden, it was so extravagant. I feel like Toya came in, she was jealous.
Toya do the same type of stuff.
I know, but
she
used to, but now she don't. But
she don't. She haven't done anything this season. But I mean, last year when she had that house, she had that big Indian themed party, Arabian themed party where they brought her in on camels and stuff like that. She had all of that in her backyard.
It was years ago.
That was like 2 years ago.
But yeah, I feel like she was kind of jealous. The way that she acts toward Phaedra, I feel like she's jealous of Phaedra. Like something ain't right.
It might be. Yeah. But you know what? They be saying she jealous of Quad. They be saying she want the life that these single ladies have. And it almost gives that. It kind of gives that. Like,
yeah, at first I didn't believe it.
Me either.
But now I believe so. The way she's acting toward Phaedra for no reason. And then the way she disrespect her husband every episode. I can't even really respect Dr. Eugene. When Kimmel was talking about, oh yeah, these American women, and I feel like the men all spoke up and was like, wait a minute. But Dr. Eugene, you should have been quiet because he was talking to you.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's true. It's true.
Very true.
They said that Eugene didn't speak to Toya for 2 weeks after the reunion last season. So that shows you that this stuff really does hurt him.
Yeah.
It
should have been 2 months. I bet his mother can't stand Toya.
I would like Ricky to bring her on this show immediately.
Just like Monique and Chris from Potomac. His mother couldn't stand Monique.
They need to bring her on this show and let her go to lunch with Heavenly. Or let her go to lunch with the whole group. And it's going to be something going to go down, I promise.
That would be really good.
Yes, because somebody need to speak up for this man. Because obviously he doesn't have the balls to do it for himself. It's almost like he has a humiliation kink.
Somebody, he does need an advocate, like Dr. Jackie always saying.
Yeah. And what's crazy is whatchamacallit, Dr. Heavenly actually used to be trying to be his advocate. She used to always be telling Toya, stop spending his money. Stop treating him like that. She used to always be telling her stuff like that. But I don't know if she was telling her in a positive tone, if she was telling her in a correct manner or not. But everybody tried to tell her, don't do that. Don't do the things that you're doing. But it's been 10 seasons, nonstop.
Yeah. The thing is, Dr. Heavenly said that he would defend Toya. So after that, she just stayed out of it. Because he would always defend Toya. And I would, okay, well, try to help you.
Well, they said that this past year was the worst in their marriage. And they really contemplated getting divorced. And Dr. Eugene is trying everything he can to make this woman happy. But some people miserable, She's miserable being a housewife and mom solely.
Right. You could tell she wanted to cheat on him so bad.
If she didn't do it
That's
already.
So horrible to say. I feel so bad saying that. But you could tell that they're not connected. I feel like it just reminds me of Chris and Monique from Potomac. Like, nobody thought they was going to divorce until they divorced. And where there's smoke, there is fire.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. She doesn't deserve Eugene at this point. It's so many women out there that want a good man that'll treat them good, and she got that, and she talking about the passion gone, the passion. You can fight for your marriage, but come on now.
He gonna find him a sweet tea. She gonna be like, I can give you what you want and what you need. But he need him a sweet tea.
Oh my
God. I feel bad for the man. at this point.
Okay, so let's talk about the next episode coming up. It's going to be a lot of drama coming forward, and Dr. Jackie and Sweet Tea done got into it with each other. Let me say, I don't like the way Dr. Jackie said, "I'm gonna deal with you later, baby girl."
I like when she said that.
Don't talk to me like that. As if I'm your child. I'm not.
No, I like when she said that because Sweet Tea, baby, sit down. You ain't even been in this group long enough to know what you're talking about. They done already talked about this on the season before, the whole season. Who are you to step in and try to say what they're gonna talk about? Like, please sit down, little girl.
Well, Sweet
Because
Tea
she acts just like a little girl.
She is a grown woman. It feels like they be bullying her sometimes on this show, and it feels like everybody can say whatever they want to her, but when she says something back, oh, that little girl, oh, she just a baby. That's what it feels like.
I feel like, why are people just now saying this though? I've been saying this way earlier in the season, and everybody else was on Dr. Heavenly's side, but now when she deserves to be put in her place, oh, now she's being bullied. No, now she actually deserves to be put in her place. Earlier in the season, yeah, she was being bullied. But Dr. Jackie had every right to say what she said to her in that moment because
Dr. Jackie is very condescending in the way she speaks to people.
Okay, Sweet Tea was speaking on her marriage. She could say what she want to say. Don't speak on her. Don't tell her that her man needs to be in a hot seat. Excuse you? Who are you, Sweet Tea? Okay. You barely here. So yeah, I'm glad Dr. Jackie had got her together though, for real. I was like, "Ooh, Dr. Jackie, who are you?" That old Dr. Jackie coming out again. Remember the Jackie from the Buffy season?
I see her. I see that Dr. Jackie often though. I gotta look at some facial expressions she be making.
Yeah, she's coming out, but I feel like she's more emotional than she puts on because on the phone she was crying. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's sad.
She's a strong lady, so she don't like to let it show. I can understand it.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Simone is so fake.
Simone's so wishy-washy, man. She's so wishy-washy. She be on everybody, she be on everybody bus. You can't tell which way the wind gonna blow.
She's crazy.
She's something else. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing y'all again. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we will see y'all on the next one. Bye.